broccoli is one of the features of the vegetable garden, developing fresh and flavorful in the nippy temperatures of late winter and fall. These days, I can't recollect why I disdained broccoli as a child, yet I presume it was its family relationship to cabbage and mustards, and particular sharp flavor, that was excessively for a youthful veggie doubter. Fortunately, I conquered my broccoli blacklist, since this is a standout amongst the most nutritious vegetables on earth. It's likewise simple to develop and one of those cool climate veggies that flourishes when very little else does. This is what you have to think about developing broccoli in your garden. Broccoli growing conditions. Planting broccoli is a cool season vegetable that likes daytime temperatures during the 60s and can endure light ice and temps down to the 20s. Numerous plant specialists plant broccoli in late winter for the principal reap. At that point leave the plants becoming over the mid-year for a second collect in the fall. Summer heat, broccoli will jolt, go to seed, in sweltering climate, which results in lost flavor and toughening of surface. A few assortments are more warmth tolerant than others. Light, broccoli needs full sun, something like 4-5 hours out of each day. Soil, broccoli likes rich, well-depleting soil with a pH around 6. As a result of the short developing season, broccoli is in a race against time and needs excellent soil revised with a lot of rich manure. To enhance waste, you can plant your broccoli in hills. Compost, broccoli profits by standard utilizations of natural manure. Collecting, broccoli seeds take 3-4 months from planting to gather while transplants take 2-3 months. Broccoli planting tips. Seeds, unless you begin seeds inside once again the winter, it might be hard to grow a spring broccoli edit from seed, in light of the fact that the climate will warm too rapidly. Fall crops are a lot less demanding to begin from seeds straightforwardly in the garden. Plant broccoli seeds about 1/4 to 1/2 inch down, and transplant to the garden in around 5 weeks. Transplants. Plant broccoli seedlings when the ground can be worked in spring. In case you're planting broccoli transplants or seedlings, set them somewhat more profound in the dirt than they were in the pot. Dispersing, space broccoli plants around 18 inches separated. Progressive plantings, although the developing season is short for broccoli, you might have the capacity to stun plantings each 2-3 weeks for a more extended gather. Broccoli growing tips. Bolstering, broccoli develops in a rush, and it needs a ton of supplements. Rich manure will help feed your ravenous broccoli, yet it will likewise profit by uses of manure or from month-to-month utilizations of a decent natural compost. Watering, like different veggies, broccoli should be kept equally sodden. Surrender broccoli around the slightest bit of water every week, and water profoundly, instead of sprinkling, to energize profound roots. Yet don't let your broccoli plants turn out to be excessively dry between waterings. Illnesses and pests. Broccoli isn't tormented by numerous infections. The most widely recognized creepy-crawly irritations are aphids, cabbage worms, and slugs. Shooting. When developing broccoli in the spring, you're in a race with the climate to shield your plants from going to seed. Hot soil is the guilty party, so find a way to keep the dirt cool for whatever length of time that conceivable. Mulch, standard water, and shade spreads can draw out your broccoli season, and as the climate warms you should gather all the more oftentimes to shield your plants from moving into seed mode. Broccoli harvest and use. At the point when to harvest, when the principal broccoli head is a few creeps in width, your broccoli is prepared to gather. The heads ought to be green, conservative, and firm. In the event that your broccoli plant produces side shoots, those florets might be littler, however similarly as yummy. Whenever left unharvested, broccoli heads will release and open into yellow blooms. If this occurs, it's past the point of no return. Instructions to harvest: using a sharp blade, cut the fundamental stalk of the broccoli at an edge, a few creeps underneath the bloom head. Keep thinking about the broccoli plant, it will probably start creating side shoots and more broccoli. Capacity: fresh, dry broccoli will toward the end in the ice chest around 5 days in a non-sealed shut compartment. Wash broccoli preceding use. Solidifying: broccoli solidifies well. Cut the florets into pieces. At that point whiten the new broccoli by submerging it in bubbling water for 1 moment, at that point diving it into ice water to cool. Deplete and dry, and pack the broccoli into water, airproof plastic sacks.